Hello everyone. Today we are starting the new chapter of Political Science of class 9, that is chapter number 2, what is democracy and why democracy. In this chapter we'll be mainly talking uh, about the democracy, what is democracy and why democracy. So first of all we'll be mainly discussing about the features of the democracy. Then we'll be also talking about that why democracy is necessary for any form of government. Okay, then in that part we'll be discussing the advantages and the disadvantages of the democracy, and later on we'll be discussing about the broader meaning of the democracy. So starting with the chapter, first of all we'll be starting with the simple definition of the democracy. Now the democracy is a form of government where the rulers are elected by the people. So now it is the simplest definition that democracy is a kind of a government where the people, in which the rulers elected by the people. Now here I have underlined some of the words. Now these words may ask a question. Now what kind of questions they are? Here the first word is the ruler. Now the ruler says that you may ask that in that definition that which kind of ruler we are talking about, means which official should be elected or any individual in the country can become a leader of the country. Okay, now the next term becomes a question also, that is the election. Now election means what kind of election we are talking about. Are we talking about the election which should be in which the dirty trick should be used, or are we talking about the election where the free and fair election should be held? So it is also a kind of a question. Next, here we are talking about the people, means the rulers are elected by the people. It means that which people we are talking about. We are talking about each and every individual of the country. All these people can elect the leader. So this is also a kind of a question. Now the fourth one says that a form of government, means which form of government are we talking about? Are we talking about the monarchy or we are talking about the dictatorship? So we will come up the answer of all these questions, and we'll be finding the answer of these questions by knowing about the features of the democracies. Okay, so here we are starting with the features of democracy. So the first feature of democracy says that the major decisions by the elected leaders. Okay, now here we will be taking the case study of the Pakistan. Now here in Pakistan, in 1999 there was a person, General Pervez Musharraf. Now this General Pervez Musharraf, he was the he was the one of the most highest official of the military that time in Pakistan. So this person, he did the military coup in 1999. Now what does the military coup means? Military coup means where it is a kind of a activity which is being carried out by the armed forces, where they forcibly remove the existing government and by means of violence. Okay, so when this person, General Pervez Musharraf, he did the military coup, that time he removed the existing government which has been already democratically elected by the people. Okay, so when this person, he came into the power, so that time he declared himself as a chief executive. But later on in 2002, this person, he passed he issued a referendum according to which this person, he became the president of the country, and later on he extended his term period up to 5 years. Now what does the referendum means here? Referendum is a kind of a direct vote where the eligible voters are asked to accept or reject the proposal. Now after this referendum, when this person, he became the president of the Pakistan, that time many Pakistani media and human rights organization of the Pakistan, these people, and the social activists also, these people, they started opposing and raising their voice against the Pakistani government, and they started protesting that this referendum was the fake one, and the government or this person, the president, he has used the fraud and malpractices in this referendum. Okay. Later on, this person in August 2002, in the same year, again he issued a legal framework order. Now, according to this legal framework order, now this person, he amended the constitution. Amended here means he made some changes in the constitution. Now, after making the changes in the constitution, this person become more powerful. Now, what kind of changes he has done under the legal framework? That is, now this person, the president, now can dismiss the national and the provincial assemblies. Now, what are the national and the provincial assemblies here in the Pakistan? As in our country, we were having the central assembly, and at the state level also, we also have the state assemblies. So in the same manner, in Pakistan, they were having a national and the provincial assemblies. So according to this legal framework order, now the president can remove and he can dismiss the National Assembly as well as the provincial assemblies also. Later on, under the same legal framework order, this person, he also set up one National Security Council, according to which this National Security Council used to supervise the civilian cabinet. Now, civilian cabinet is similar to the defense ministry of our country. Like you all know that in our country's defense minister, they used to look after or control the defense related issues. So in the same manner, this national security, this civilian cabinet, they used to control the issues related to the defense. So now the civilian cabinet has been supervised by the National Security Council, and this National Security Council were mainly dominated by the military officers, and these military officers were under the control of the General Pervez Musharraf. So later on, this person, he also conducted the election in the country. The leaders, the provincial representative, they were elected by the people, but these elected people or the representative, they were having only some powers in their hand, but the rest of the powers remain in the hand of the General Pervez Musharraf, the president of the Pakistan. So by this we have seen that though this country says that we are democratic and they used to conduct the election in their country, but we have seen that how the elected representative, they were not able to take the final decisions for their people. Okay, so by this case study, we come up with one of the feature of the democracy, which says that in a democracy, the final decision making power must rest with those elected by the people. So it means that if the person, the people who are elected by the people, and these representatives should have a right to take the final decisions for their country. So this is all about this in this video. In next video, we'll be mainly talking about the next feature of the democracy. Thank you.